You're now tuned in to the motherfucking Ambition Hour podcast on Worth the Wait Radio. You ready?
5, 4.
Yo, and welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast. And this is episode 59! I'm your girl, AuDii 3000. This is Worth the Wait TV and radio. So thank you so much for tuning in to this week. I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in last week for episode 58 with Vice City. Episode was a lot of fun. Thank you to John Fifth and G Da Vinci for coming through, as well as anybody else who watched the other episodes as well. I'm really happy to be back with you guys again. And today, if you can't tell, if you're watching us on YouTube, you know that I am not alone. So I'm going to introduce you guys. It's only one way. I got Fly Boy with too many Y's and Mr. Feel Good in the building.
It's only one way.
I am so excited to have you guys back. You guys were here for episode 5.
Yes.
That's so crazy that was the last time you guys were here. Well, that we're on episode 59 right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited. That means we're getting closer to 60. We have someone planned for episode 60, so I'm really excited. This month, you guys, I know that you guys love having me and I'm talking to the Ambition Hour podcast, family, and the people who watch. I know you guys like having me to yourselves, but I have so many people that I want to come and bring on the show and just vibe with. So I March is we're gonna be having guests every week. So yeah, it is what it is. Y'all will get me alone in April, okay? I got y'all. Or y'all can just follow me on Instagram on AuDii Ambition. I can't even say my Instagram right. I was telling them that I was nervous, and they're like, "You still get nervous?"
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. So I wanted to say shout out to everybody who watches on YouTube, who listens to us on Spotify, Apple, all that fun stuff. If you're not a part of the Tdub fam yet, then make sure that you go ahead and do that. And all you gotta do to join is hit the subscribe button and hit the bell on the little side, that ding, and you get an email. You get the email, right?
I get it every single time.
You get the email? You got it, the notification that lets you know when we drop a video, a song, a new podcast. And because we do this every single Saturday, it's Tdub Saturdays. So this week we got Bardem by Spitz. Shout out to that. Directed by Have. Dope song. I saw the video. I've seen it more than once. Shit is dope. So that's the new song that we have on WTW radio as well. And it's a new video that we dropped this week. And this is a new podcast.
Hey.
Dab. Alright, cool. So, it's been a minute since I've seen you guys.
She said dab.
I've been watching too many Offset interviews. The Offset they really be asking him about the dab. And I'm like, what? So then he dabs on them in the interview. I can't be mad at that. Alright, so what's up? It's been a minute since I see. Well, I saw you guys perform at the Vice. What was it? Vice Love?
Vice City
Love Festival. I got to see you guys perform. Shout out to everybody that was there. Two Down was there. Lotus Hill was there. Some other artists, Cool People was there. Vicious was there. There was a couple people there.
That was
You guys
great.
were there.
Yes, Tdub was there. Hoff, Spitz, 3K.
Pulled up just to support too.
Just to support.
That shit was cool. It was a vibe.
Yeah, it was real nice.
So tell me, what have you guys been working on?
Other than that, other than the Vice City Love Fest, that was a great event. Shout out to Pablo Grant also for putting it together. Hey man, it was just about promoting love, women empowerment.
Oh yeah, because it was by Valentine's Day,
Yes,
right?
it was on Valentine's Day, and that's pretty much events I like to be a part of, something that has a purpose. You get me? Anything without a purpose, it's not really something I'm interested in doing.
Well, all right.
I just had to make that clear.
Y'all be
I'm
making
just,
moves though.
hey.
Weren't y'all in New Orleans and
Yeah,
shit? Y'all real fancy. Y'all get money.
Getting money? Nah. Spending money?
Spending
Hey.
money,
Now
It's
we
worth
talking.
It. It's worth it.
It's worth the wait.
Hey, okay.
It was a good trip though.
That was your first time in New Orleans?
Second time out of Florida, yeah, but first time New Orleans, yeah.
Where else have you been?
We left last year. We was in North Carolina.
We had somebody, shout out to T-Shep. We had an artist from
T-Shep.
we had an artist from North Carolina come through. She was awesome.
Yeah, they got some nice artists out there.
They got some what?
Nice artists.
Nice artists? Yeah, she's pretty dope. She drops a new song. A new song and a new video every Tuesday. T-Shep Tuesdays. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. Hey,
oh, shout out to all my ladies. It is March, Women's International Month. Like, you know, we representing for the ladies.
What? And Pisces too. Shout out to them Pisces.
You just celebrated a birthday.
Yes, I
Happy
did.
belated birthday.
Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday!
Where the cake at? Where the cake? I don't see it. I knew you was up. Everybody want to rub their eyes now. It's like, hey, you ain't losing vision. I'm talking to the ears. Where my cake at?
All right, we're going to have to get you an honorary cake.
I mean, you don't have to, but thank you.
Next year we got you. So how was your birthday?
My birthday was really good. I mean, we went, I can't say the location, but it was really good though. We had a really good time, a great experience,
It's cold for a strip.
Yeah. She ruined it. Oh my God.
Listen,
who told you that?
But the thing is that like strip clubs are so normal in Miami, like it's not
told her,
that serious.
Who told her?
I say nothing.
He pulled a Shaggy. He said it wasn't.
Hold
me.
up, who I told? Who told you?
I just know. I'm not dumb.
It's only one way.
Just fine.
But listen, I don't like what. It doesn't even matter. Like you enjoyed your birthday though, right?
I mean, yeah, I just go there for the drinks and the visuals, also the food.
So do I.
I mean, so we on the same thing then, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, yes.
Hey,
It's okay.
Nothing really extra involved in it,
Blackboard real quiet over there.
Food was busting.
Yo, I can just imagine. Okay. So let me just so if you guys didn't watch episode 5, you should definitely go watch it. But I know these dudes because we would see each other all the time at Miami Live.
Yes.
And then we just hit it off from that moment. And then we're just we've just always connected. We have videos. I'm in the video with you guys.
Yes.
That video was fun.
It was fun. Definitely fun. A lot of fun.
That video was mad fun. And it's cool because so we have known each other, and then in this whole path we have just this whole journey we have all grown together. We've seen each other grow. They're both very, active on the social media stuff. So it's pretty cool because you just see that growth, and it's cool to have you guys here, and I don't know, it's dope. That's probably why I was a little nervous.
And it's great to have that, that connection that we have though, because it's rare. I mean, it's rare. I done met a lot of people since I done jumped on this music journey, and ain't a lot of people still here. Close friends, family, It just a lot of people not still, a lot of people ain't make it to this far, but we met you guys, and look at the way we clicked, and look, we still here.
Yeah. He's featured on Spitz's new project, Friendzone. So y'all make sure that y'all check that out.
Make sure y'all check that out.
And it's dropping on March 23rd. So if y'all see my Instagram, Spitz, Hob, everybody, you see that 323, it's because we coming. It's because 323.
I'm gonna get my 323 on too, but I ain't coming yet. It take a little more to make me come. You feel me? But got y'all. They ain't catch it yet.
I just want to say to the new listeners that this is not this type of podcast.
Sorry to the kids. As Shaggy said,
out there.
It wasn't me.
Well, now that we got that out of the way,
yeah, we're
so
clear.
yeah, so Lavita and Bella will be dropping on 323, and that's why all of our Instagrams have the 323 on them, because we are supporting our boy who is dropping a project.
Damn.
Are we bringing the dab back?
We bringing the dab.
We're bringing the dab. I'm done. You see, this is I'm blaming everything on Offset.
Offset. Yeah.
Hey, okay, so tonight we're going to Miami Live. I'm excited. We're
Yeah,
going
I'm
to
excited.
Nermilab tonight.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really excited. I went a couple of
K
weeks
Murder.
ago to see the boys John Fifth and G Da Vinci perform, and it was so cool. We talked about how Killer K like hella shouted me out. I went really low key.
Oh shit.
K called me the fuck out. I was like, oh shit, now I'm gotta like say hi to people. Like, it was cool. I was ready, but shout out to K for that. And so I'm really excited because we're gonna be there again.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
That's major.
Killer K, man. I mean, again, that's one person who I've met personally, and from day one, he's been the same.
Kept it real.
Kept it real all the way. You know, motivated us, motivated the people around us. You know, he just motivation. You know, in the flesh, he stay the same. He gonna stay one way with you. He ain't gonna BS you. You know, he's just gonna keep it 100, and you know that's why we always continue to fuck with him. You feel me? Because he real. Killer K Murder. Y'all make sure y'all follow him and check him out, man.
For real. And check out episode 48. Yeah, episode 48, and that's the one with Killer K. That's the one we finished the year, the very eventful year that we had last year with him. So that was really fun.
I still love that recap video y'all made of the year. Like ending of the year, that video is awesome, man. It was dope. Like for real,
It's
that
so
was
crazy.
a dope video, man.
It's so crazy because, cause you guys, when you guys came to the show, we were shooting at Complex's studio at Track Kings. Shout out to Track Kings. That's where we were shooting episodes in the beginning. So if you go back and like look at the episodes, the first couple of episodes, besides the one with Spitz, they were all at Track Kings. And then it was like one day we're just like, yo, we at the crib with it. We at the crib with it, and then it's just been at the crib with it since. So, guys, there's no excuse as to what you want to do, as to what dreams you want to chase. There's really no excuse. I'm a living testament to it. I know there's other people who do the same, but I just want to let you guys know that it's very possible for you to chase your dreams and then have to work a job if you need to as well. Like, because I know that that's something that is, you know, you want that stability. But at the same time, if you want to go ahead and chase a dream, like, just go ahead and do it. Fuck it.
That's true.
Like, fuck it. And invest in it. And just, like, indulge in the dream as you would a relationship, or as you would as going to the gym, or as you would just anything. Like, indulge in that dream and just, like, make it come into life. So.
I agree. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Life is hard, but you just gotta be tougher. You just gotta be harder. You just gotta go harder every day. You just gotta go harder. I mean, I can't put it no other way. You just gotta go hard. Life is hard. The struggle is real.
Without obstacles, man.
Yeah.
I know. If life was easy, I feel like we're already like in the clouds. We're already dreaming like like, you know what I mean? But and then that's just the reality, because that's something that I feel like at least this generation, like that's something that we're really focusing on, is just kind of like becoming the better versions of ourselves and kind of breaking the generational curses that we have within our families. You know what I mean?
That's true,
so,
yeah. Definitely a lot
yeah,
of
I
challenges.
definitely feel like that's something that's important. Okay, so tell me about like what keeps you going to continue doing music.
Honestly, for me, my team, they keep me going, and then like the love that you receive from when you're doing music is just like different. Like you meet a lot of people, you meet a lot of genuine people. You get to learn like that some people not genuine. You learn life about when you're doing music. That keep you going. You feel me?
And do you feel like that helps you in just like in life in general?
Yeah, because in life, music, it helps you because you get to express yourself other ways you don't get to normally. You feel me? Sometimes you can't just go to someone and say, hey, I feel this way, I feel that way. You gotta go get that pen and pad, drop a beat. You feel me? You don't
Facts.
You don't go blow nobody's brains out. Smoke your joint and write to a song.
For real.
That was good.
What about you? What keeps you what happened? Did it
I mean, life itself pretty much. I mean, like I say, we all go through something. Life is challenging. There's a lot of obstacles, you know, and if you focus on the bad, you know, you probably will lose your mind. So again, you just get a hobby. You like you said, the gym. You know, like he said, you know, if you want to express yourself, get a pen and pad. You know, write something, do something. You know, it's just you got to keep your mind occupied. You can't focus on the bad. So music is what I focus on because again, we all go through a lot, and some of us go through more than others, and some of us can only take so much, and others can actually hold more weight than others. So, you know, you just gotta pick. You gotta focus, and that's my focus is music. It takes a lot of stress away from me, a lot. You know, I can't tell you how much that go through my mind. Like, I can't tell you right now. It's a lot going through my mind right now. You get me? But
you ain't never lied.
again, my focus right now is here. So this is what's taking me away from reality outside of where we at right now.
Definitely, yeah. Something that I've been even doing myself is I started writing my own stuff as well because I was noticing that my mind was just like in like overdrive. And I was just like, what is going on? Like I even took like a couple of days off of social media because
I seen that.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to do that. I did it once for like a month. I talked about it on the show. But that's something that I really think that is important because and then I was off of social media for 2 days, and then the day after, that's when Instagram went aflame. Like homies couldn't get not one boomerang in. Homies couldn't like nothing. And that was the day that I was just like, y'all gonna go back on Instagram on Wednesday. All right, cool. I took my little break. We back to stunt. You know, nah. Instagram was like, nah. So, but that was kind of crazy. It was funny to see, like, because I was on Twitter, and people were just, like, going kind of crazy, and seeing all the comments and shit was really funny.
Yes, it's just social media, people. Y'all take it easy.
No, but it's real. The thing is that, like, somebody said, Meek Mill said that Cap'n was down 74% on Wednesday.
Shout out to Meek.
And I was like, he said, I ain't seen not one naked girl or twerk video in my phone.
Oh, I seen that tweet. Yeah, that was hilarious.
It's true though, like, and then you know what? Something else that he said. He said, that it's crazy to see like his homeboy's girlfriend like on Instagram twerking or like pretty much like, you know, naked. He's just like, that's something that I've had to mentally deal with. I was like, damn.
Goodness. That's tough right now. I just gotta close my eyes every time she come around then, cause that's tough. That's tough. That's a very uncomfortable situation.
After like that nigga chose though, boy.
And I ain't gonna close my eyes. I just want to let y'all know that. But I'm just saying.
Hey, at the end of the day, boy, after like that nigga chose, he knew she was an Instagram stripper. She shake her, all that shit. She shake her ass on Instagram. He knew that shit before he put her.
I mean, he knew that. Yeah, he might as well call me and let me know when she coming through,
you feel
so I could get ready.
I can get ready.
Good.
So I can get ready
coming?
too.
All right.
I can get ready too.
She dressing with a bottom piece or no pieces? All right, I got you, boy. I'm gonna close my eyes. All right.
But so because I feel like that's something that I've been seeing as well on social media, like that men who date pretty women, like they have to have some type of like different confidence in themselves. Do you guys find that true? Like a super pretty girl, like these Instagram models, like, bro, they're not gonna be single their whole lives. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, unless that's what you want. If you want to be single, like, that's all good too. But like when they get into a relationship, like how, like, I don't know, like, I mean, cause I feel for my future man. I'm like, I'm a baddie. So.
Here's my opinion on that. I'm gonna just say it this way. I'm not sure how y'all feel about being in a relationship with somebody that has social media, but I feel like the relationship would work so much better if you guys probably wasn't connected to social media. I'm not saying you don't need to have Instagram. You can have one, he can have one, but y'all probably not gonna mix as well following each other. Because he might find a conflict where you post something, and then you might find a conflict when he posts something, and then that's where you guys gonna clash a lot at. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna be like, well, this is my Instagram. You can't tell me what I can post on my page, but that's gonna always be the issue. Because of the social media combination with the relationship, it's just not gonna mix so well. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much pertaining to what you're saying. That's gonna be an issue. So y'all gonna have to find ways to work around that, and I'm not sure how you're gonna do it, but that's gonna be an issue. And especially if she beautiful, obviously, or if your significant other is very handsome, you know how all these women gonna come at him.
Oh, for sure. One of before you go, I for myself, I feel that my Instagram will not be on social media. That's something that like I'm going into it, that it's just like our relationship is our relationship and not everybody's to see. Because one, I also don't want to be like, because I'm an extremist. So I'm the type to like have bait in all pictures, like you know what I mean. Like, and so for me, it's like I have to know, that that's how I am, and that's not what I want in my relationship. You know what I mean? Like I don't want that, because I want that relationship to be between myself and that other person. Now, if he would like to put pictures of me on his Instagram, I'm okay with that. But as far as like, you know, unless it's like something like big, then I feel like okay, but I don't want my page to also be a place where like people are like, oh, something, and then I post something that has to do nothing about my relationship, and then they're like, oh, they ain't doing so well.
Mean, yeah.
That's true. None of your business. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know that I'm very like social on my social media platform, but I ain't that friendly. So, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being.
That was for real, right there.
Nah, me shit. I don't do relationships now. I'm scared.
He's like, I don't even know what y'all talking about. He's like, I was out when I heard relationship. Like,
he left the whole
Fly
platform.
Boy, welcome to the Ambition Hour podcast on 1NEWay Radio. Welcome back. But yeah, like, okay, because that's something that I feel, so I had an experience that happened to me a couple of weeks ago that it happened again that I've talked on the podcast about, and it's like receiving like unsolicited like there you go.
He back, he woke up.
He woke up. Yeah. I told you, it's because I reintroduced him to the podcast. He woke up.
Some unsolicited shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit. Dog, damn.
Like, no, let me find out you the one who. Not me. Okay, but so I was just getting messages that I wasn't really like, you know, liking at all. So I talked about them on the podcast, and then it happened again. So I had to like buckle down on my social media. So I don't have to explain myself to anybody, but I also don't like people making their own judgment on my social media. So I am deleting my pictures on my Instagram. So if you have pictures of me with hair on them, they might not be there. I love you though. And you still there?
I got all the pictures though, so delete them. I'm gonna repost them.
No, okay, cause I had like 10,000 posts on my Instagram. So I kind of want to like do like this whole thing and this rebrand, and you know, there's people who do that, and I feel like that it's cool. You know what I mean? And I'm down for the rebrand. Coming.
It's necessary.
It's necessary, and then I also feel like I had to unclog like my Instagram, so I'm getting rid of pictures and stuff like that.
Growth.
So,
that's what it is about. Growth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've been doing. So I had to put my page on private, because people were texting me.
Oh, you got stalkers.
People were texting. They were going like, it was funny because so what happened was that
That's a stalker.
What? No.
That boy was a stalker.
No. It wasn't a stalker who.
That's him. I see out there. Hold up. Well, he out there. Check the windows.
Okay. Okay. So pretty much what happens is I ended up getting these messages, and then I didn't feel safe anymore. I didn't like it.
I know what you did last summer.
So I ended up like trying to see where my number was on Instagram. So then I couldn't find it. I was just like, yo, homie was really in here looking through my shit. So when that happened, I was just like, all right, you've been saying that you're gonna do this, go ahead and do it. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. Delete your shit.
Shit.
Right?
You was going through some real shit.
You know what? I was reading my horoscope. I'm really into that shit. I'm really getting into that shit right now. and shit's real. And then also my faith in God, like, also teaches me a lot of things. So
Yes.
I learn a lot through those things as well.
Shout out to Jesus is God. You know what I'm saying? You don't never hear that. You don't hear that a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
You
like,
hearing that now? Yeah. We believe. We believers.
Oh, all the faith. I should have worn my faith. I have a faith sweater. I should have wore it. That shit's dope. I just told my swag. So good.
You just sold all of
She
it.
got drip for sale.
Okay, so how important is knowing your partner's past before fully committing?
Fly, I'm gonna let
I
you.
think we lost.
Take,
Wait,
I'm gonna let you take the wheel on
Fly
that
boy
one.
with too many wives. You have a fan. She was just like, fly boy with too many wives.
Oh shit.
See, there you go.
And you talking about she got stalkers, huh?
It was a fan of the show.
Don't call them out. Don't call them out. They like gremlins. You can speak on them, they gonna come out.
And we got a lot of water. We can splash one and make a lot of them.
Nah, but I say about knowing they past, it go both ways because it's important and it's not because you can't change the past. You feel me? You can't change the past, but it's still good to know who the person was before you get in bed with. Not necessarily get in bed. You can get in bed with. No, that's a whole other story, but
We got you.
you feel me? But before you get into that type of commitment with a person, like
to that type of energy.
yeah, you feel me? You finna give your life to this person. You gotta know who they was.
They was.
Yeah, you feel
Who
me?
they was? You right?
To know what type of person they are now in the present. If I'm to say that right now.
Yeah, that's right now.
Yeah.
Like in this moment.
You feel me?
What about you?
I mean, I agree with him. You need to know who you dealing with before you actually deal with them. It's true. I mean, you know, you could let the past be the past, but you know, people always have those times where they feel they need to go back to who they was. And you know, you never know when that person gonna decide, you know what, I'm gonna just go back to who I was before that, and then you might not even like that person, but you could have knew about that person at the beginning from
That
the
way you know how
start.
to control it. You know how to, not necessarily control it, but you know how to maneuver around it. You know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel that it's important to like know the past people, but I also feel that it's something that it shouldn't be like that it shouldn't be like a big factor. Like we could talk about this, especially because I want to understand your trauma because I have trauma myself. So if we can work together on focusing on the trauma that we need to let go of together when we're in a relationship, I feel that that's something that's very healthy, because I feel that if you are understanding your partner's situations and the relationships that they've been in before, I feel like that's very important.
But
For me, it's like,
when you say trauma, what do you mean exactly by what kind of trauma are we talking about?
well, it could be anything. It could be heartbreak. It could be just the way that you grew up. It could be like you had a parent that wasn't present, or that you did have a parent that was present but wasn't a very good parent. You know what I mean? I feel like those things are important, as well as like knowing how, like, because we've talked about body count on this podcast. We've talked about
That was very interesting. Body counts. Got bodies on top of bodies.
Right, all right.
The morgue you don't see more bodies in the morgue. You got bodies, boy. We just drink this water like
these
it's tea.
visuals are insane. I'm just done. So we have talked about that on this podcast before, about body counts and whatnot. We've said that we did the Instagram poll and like all that stuff. Because for some people it is important, for some people it's not important. You know what I mean?
What,
Like
body count? Is it
yes,
important?
but that's a whole
That's a whole nother episode.
that's a whole nother exactly like.
I mean, we could touch right quick on them
I
bases.
mean, we could get in and out.
I mean,
We could get in and out.
get
Does it
there.
matter to you guys?
All right, in and
Body
out, fly.
count?
You know, in and out. You know, when she ain't the one, in and out. What?
Man, you know I stay wife for shows, man. Stay wife for the shows.
Oh my god! Okay.
Yeah, we don't say
I
thoughts
do
over here. We say
relationships,
Sean. We're gonna take it back to the
Oh
to the
my
ball
God.
greasy
Oh,
ages. We
all right.
talking about Sean's. You feel
So
me?
they said Shones is like a real Miami word. Like
Yeah, man. Not Shoney's like the restaurant.
Not Shoney's. It's Shon's.
You can take one of your Shoney's to Shoney's.
What? All right. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
That was good.
Yeah, that was real good.
So wait. Okay. So Okay, but let's see. He said, "I wife Shones."
Yeah, but not in. Like it don't be no relationship. They just know that they my Sean. That part like that.
That part like. All right, so we're gonna keep it.
I'm sweating. Hold on. Lord.
All right, so
I can't do no more relationships.
You can't.
Man.
Okay,
Too
but
many burns.
so it doesn't matter. The body count doesn't matter to you.
Like Usher birds?
No, not those birds.
Don't let that burn, boy. You gotta go to the
Wait.
doctor. You can't let that burn.
Oh, see, I was thinking the song.
Nah, I could.
That Let It Burn.
He was burning in a different way.
Oh.
He was metaphorically speaking in that term.
Oh, okay. You talking about privacy, not like the Chris Brown song. You talking about the private part areas. You talking about burning in those areas.
That's what he talking
Y'all
about.
got me confused. I just said I had hard burn. I needed some Pepto-Bismol.
Oh,
that type of burn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that movie. How they were doing that movie. I like that.
So we have established that understanding your person's past is something that's important to us, and so I feel like that's very good. We came to that understanding. We got it on like just the mental side, and we also got it on the physical side, because the physical is also important as well. You want to know the people's past partners and stuff like that. What their body been through. Listen.
What? That's,
I've heard about trains.
What?
You talking about like the railroad trains? Or?
You talking about the one-way train?
Oh, she talking about that tag team train.
So y'all, you have didn't you just drop a project?
Yes, I did. I just dropped, my EP, Feel Good Music, Volume 3. It's out, right now. Make sure y'all go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Powered by Diesel Media ENT, and it's only one way, obviously. Shout out to my team. Shout out to them. Do tell Lady Trail, Diesel, boy, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Dex. Everybody that was a part of it, Jetson, Hav. Of course, Tdub was on there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Spitz again. He on the, he on the set. But everybody else that was a part of it, Tony G to G. Another person who I met back through Miami Live, and look at that. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody that was a part of it, man. I mean, it's a great project, and it's feel good music, obviously, and my main focus is just positivity, because we live in a world that feeds off negativity. Obviously, there's purpose behind that, and energy. Energy is very important. And once you listen to it, you'll feel the energy on every song, and the music is just uplifting. It just makes you want to get up and dance. It makes you feel good. Yes. Boy, and the one with the groove with Hav, man. Oh, man. I'm talking about that's international right there. That's Caribbean right there. I mean, everybody gonna love that. I mean, he did tell me earlier, bring your salsa pants. I'm trying to figure out when did I wear those before, but I can salsa now though. Don't get it twisted now.
That's
I can
how
salsa.
you know you're from Miami, when you're like, you can salsa.
Or you think you can.
I can bachata.
Hey, the ladies love bachata.
I do a little waltz too, man.
A little waltz?
What is that? Wait a minute, where I'm from? What is that? What's the waltz again?
Oh, I forgot. That's some shit that I learned when I was training to be Arrow.
Oh my!
Wait.
Flyboy lived a lot of lives. He sells swimsuits and everything. If y'all ain't know.
Green Arrow?
Yeah, I was training. I had an audition to be the Green Arrow one time.
But what is the Green Arrow?
Yeah.
I do not know what is that?
That's part of the Justice League.
And you had the.
That figures. That's why.
Yeah, man. Y'all don't know. That's Batman and Homeboy, man. Yeah.
He said that's Batman and Homeboy. But the Green Arrow. I gotta look this man up.
What's Batman them?
That's Batman and
Talking about the show?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about being the Black Arrow.
Wait, you just said the Green Arrow. God damn, how many arrows
They got a lot. They got, huh? He white.
Yo.
I was gonna be the black arrow though. You get me? I don't know if they're gonna let me though.
The white, black arrow named Ray.
The white, black, green one. He white, but he gonna be black.
This is the green arrow.
Oh, this is what you gonna look like? You gotta turn that around. They gotta see that. That's what he gonna look like.
Flyboy can look like
Oh
whoever
my
he wants to
goodness!
look
Look
like.
at this. This is what he gonna look like, but black. And he gonna do the
black,
waltz.
green arrow.
Don't let them tell you you can't change your dream.
Y'all just want to change the world one arrow at a time. That's it.
Bullseye.
Oh,
my stomach hurt. Oh, hold on. Give me a
I'm
Oh,
glad
my
your
goodness,
stomach
bro.
is hurting.
My
sure you
goodness,
guys are having a
man,
good time.
great, man.
I'm having a great
Oh
time.
my goodness.
My bad though.
All right, so you funny. But you're really trying to be the green arrow.
Nah.
Why somebody told you shouldn't?
Huh?
Somebody told you that you shouldn't.
Nah. See what happened was that's a whole nother story. I ain't even gonna tell y'all about that because it's gonna be a whole nother episode, and then we gonna be talking about
Swimsuits and stuff.
So you have a project coming out as well.
Yeah, Still Fly is coming. My EP, I'm getting ready to drop it. Also, I got that Legend getting ready to drop everywhere. Well,
That's
you
a
can
song?
name it. Yeah, it's my song called Legend.
I love
Produced
that
by my homie
microphone.
Dex.
Y'all see that microphone?
Golden, yeah, I know why. Yeah, you look, I know why, cause it's gold. Yeah, I know.
Influenced by
I
my
already
homie
know.
Flight.
Already. Hey,
I
you know,
love gold shit.
gotta keep that engine running. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always have somebody that's pushing you. Always remember that somebody
That
gotta
part.
push you. When you fall down, somebody gotta be able to push you to get up, man. Always, not necessarily you need somebody, but it's always great to have somebody.
All right. I felt that.
You said it.
I mean,
So-
because who do you push, or who do you have to push?
Who do I have to push?
Yes.
I push my brother,
See, I knew where we was going there with this.
and he pushes me.
Exactly. So I push Flyboy because
But I got Spitz.
I mean, too,
and
yeah.
the rest of the boys laid back.
Yeah. I see.
Savvy.
Trust me, I can look at their faces and know who do the pushing. Trust me. I be looking. When you be
do
like,
pushing?
it's time, and you be like, and how I'll be like, Tdub Tdub, fuck it, Tdub motherfucker, fuck it. Spit be like, facts. Yeah, he did.
He just said that.
And then you already know what I'm coming with next. And Hav be like, you gotta relax.
Bro,
Just gotta
bro,
relax.
You gotta relax.
You
bro.
gotta relax.
It's only my way.
It's only one way. You know, Dub Tdub. Do it for the Dub Tdub. No, Dubs up in the chat. Dubs up in the chat. Like, bro, it's crazy. Cause I know, cause you guys work close to. You guys grew up together.
Yeah.
So you guys are like brothers.
Yeah, I mean,
Might
yeah,
well say
pretty
it.
much. You might as well say that. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah,
Brother from another.
mother.
How was he when you guys were growing up?
Fast.
Fast.
Never could catch this motherfucker. Nigga fast as hell. Dog. Probably still fast.
I mean, I still got a little speed in me. You know, just a little something. You know, Flash ain't got nothing on me, but you know what I mean. A little something. You know.
Nah, I mean, it was always the same though. Energetic, positive, you feel me?
Yeah.
And fast as fuck.
I mean, I ran track a little bit, just a little bit, but you know, we mostly was on the streets.
Doesn't your daughter do the track or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But she definitely looking forward to it though. She love running also. Drives me crazy. My goodness, I love you, baby. Yeah. Y'all air out that last part. I love you, girl. Stop annoying.
She looks just like you.
Yeah, she does. She like her mom also too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, beautiful. Yeah.
That's very nice. And so how was he growing up?
I mean, slow, cause I was fast, so he was super slow. I mean, tortoise slow, like you know. But don't slow up, cause he'll beat you. You know, if you
Yeah,
if
boy,
you forget
he'll
about
creep
him.
up on you.
But you know, he was was like the same as me. You know, we all was. He actually, I was raised by my mom, so I believe he was raised by his grandparents. So, he was moving toward, like saying like his grandparents were showing him the way early because he was with his grandparents. They was a little more strict than my mom actually, because it's hard raising boys, even though she got girls, it's hard raising them by herself or kids, pretty much by yourself. But he had his grandparents, so they already was pushing forward like, hey, this is how you going to do this, and you need to be a man now, and like, pushing him forward. So, he was already on that level already of working towards it, even if he didn't want to do it or not. My mom was like, live, grow.
Pants on my navel and shit.
Yeah, boy, that used to be funny as hell. So you knew already what he was going through in the house when he stepped out the house. Like, yo, why you dress like that? Like, it's my grandparents.
Get around the corner.
Gotta respect that. Yeah, he get around the corner and pull him down. I know they were still looking through them little screen doors. Like, I see his ass. Look at him. He pulling his ass. Look at his ass sticking out now. I can see the crotch in his pants. That's how older people be. They be like,
pull up on a nigga ass. Pull a little britches.
He did used to show up sometimes on us too. Yeah, come out there. What y'all doing out there? Yeah, so.
You guys grew up. Well, you guys are from Overtown.
Overtown, yes.
You guys are very proud to be from there.
Yes.
Proud of.
I love that.
Towners for life. Towners for life. You ain't never hear me say it. I say it all the time. Towners for life. I ain't ashamed of where I come from. I love home. Home is where the heart is at.
That part.
I love home.
So for those of you that don't so Miami is a very big city.
Yeah.
It's funny how where we live is still Miami and where they live is still Miami.
It's still Miami. That is crazy.
It's insane. Like, if you have never been here, the beach is not Miami. We got whole neighborhoods. Yeah. Like, we got South Miami, we have Overtown, we have Color Bay.
Color Bay, all right. You got Cutler Ridge over there too, yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought they changed the name.
Oh, okay, they did.
No, they changed it.
Right, it is Color Ridge. You're right.
But it is Color Ridge because the mall's still Color Ridge.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of things changed. Like what? Miami Gardens, Hialeah. I mean, they changing that too.
No,
but the thing is that if you put it in the address, it's still Miami.
I mean, yeah.
It's technically
Miami always
it doesn't matter. You can put Hialeah and it's still Miami.
Yeah.
So they're part of Overtown, and Overtown is one of like the oldest cities in Miami. No.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kill K. He gave us some Florida, South Florida, Miami history when he came through, bruh. I was all right, that's for sure.
Stuff that we don't even know about till this day still. Like my mom do the same thing. She tell me, she say something like Born Bread Ave, I believe it is. I'm like, what's that? That's Overtown before it was Overtown. I'm like, wow, like that's crazy. Like it's been named a couple of places before we even came into this world. So we only know it as Overtown. But it's a lot of history behind it. It's a lot of stuff that we don't know about that we need to learn about. Because knowledge is power.
Yeah. True. Like, I didn't know about Perrine, which is the neighborhood that I went to high school in.
You ain't know that?
No, I knew about, like, Perrine because I went to the school there, but I didn't know that the history of that neighborhood, that it was, like, one of the first places that African Americans were, like, buying houses in like, Miami.
I didn't even know that. I just learned something new today.
Well, she means Richmond Heights.
Richmond Heights, there you go.
She went to.
But that's like the same. It's like almost the same. I'm tripping. But no, it is Richmond Heights.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah. So then but it is Richmond Heights.
You are right because you went to
Coral Reef,
and it's right in. That's exactly what she's talking about.
To the who?
But yeah, to the Cudas. We were Barracudas.
What?
Barracudas.
Yeah. This is not about me and my high school, but so
I seen something there.
But it's about the history. Like, I didn't know that. So, and then to find out about like Overtown and it being one of the oldest cities, and then because I started thinking about that, and I also started thinking about goals and like across the tracks, and like how people just know it just by that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, across the tracks, across the bridge.
So where is it across the track? I was like, all right, for sure.
That's true though, yeah. Like they say, over the bridge. Like, well, Overtown at over the bridge. Meet me across the tracks. Yeah, it's true.
It's like straight through. That's something that's crazy too. And then I just see so much more construction going down now, and it's funny because I'll be like, before there was a whole bunch of land behind me, and now there's houses. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy how life is. So I would love to know, what advice would you give yourself at 17 years old?
At 17?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good question right there.
Talk it into the mic.
I know I'm gonna get to it. I got something short. I'm just, don't grow up. That's my answer. Don't grow up.
Don't grow up. What about you?
Stay focused.
Damn. That's one of my favorite things to ask, because I feel like I love.
Y'all deep?
Yeah, no, those were like super deep. Like, I really, really like those. Don't grow up and what was it? Stay focused. Yeah.
You caught us by surprise with that question, but that's the first thing that came to mind, is just don't grow up, because man, life is short and
it's so quick to grow up, especially when you're 17.
I can't even remember that back that far, but there was crazy times right now.
But another reason why I love asking this question is because I feel like that advice can help now.
Yeah.
Because you're saying don't grow up, so you can still live that right now.
Yeah.
You can still not grow up right now. Like, you can be the same vibrant person that you are, like, and you can continue to be that, because that 17-year-old is still in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's that. So you just spoke to that 17-year-old right now, and
like
so now it's like,
and it's related to what you just said.
exactly.
Yeah, don't be so quick to. You don't want to be so quick to grow up, because
exactly.
It ain't, it ain't all it's meant to be, getting older. So.
And then even with you, like, saying stay focused, like, that's something that you right now probably need, is to stay focused. And it's something that you need to just, like, practice. Because for me, my advice right now for my 17-year-old self, because I don't always say mine, but I feel like it changes, because mine right now would be don't overthink. You know what I mean?
That's perfect, yeah.
Yeah, don't overthink, because at 17, I remember what I was thinking about. I was thinking about so much dumb shit I didn't even have business thinking about. And not even that. Like, I spent so much time thinking about it, and it means nothing to me right now. So then I'm feeling that right now. Like, I'm overthinking shit. So I'm telling myself, like, girl, you got to stop overthinking. Like, this shit don't even matter.
Yeah.
This
and,
shit,
and in relation to what he said, stay focused, is because if you was to been focused at 17, then you will see that they present us with so much information that would have got us ahead, but we never really focused. It was there already, but we never paid attention. And just, all it took was just a second. Read a book. You know what I'm saying? Read a magazine. You would see things that you just missed out on, so many opportunities that was right in front of you, and you can't blame it on other people, or you do now, but it was there before. We just missed it. So again, that was a really good one too. Always stay focused.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's something that I definitely try to also tell myself, because that's something that, like, staying focused. Because once you stay focused, you can just do what it is that you're doing, and you can execute it in the way that it's supposed to be executed. Especially if you stay focused. So that was great, guys. Yeah. I appreciate that.
I'm proud of myself on that one. Like, that question had
that
question had me shaking a little bit. I was just trying to stay still, That was tough, man. That was real tough. That was a hard question, for real. I'm still thinking about it, where the answer came from.
Where the question came from.
I know where the question came from. Did we rehearse this? I thought we rehearsed this.
It was pre-production. You guys weren't here for that. You guys didn't make it for that.
Yeah, we gotta come early next time.
Yeah,
we gotta come for that briefing next time.
Briefing, I'm done.
You're right. Oh, you ain't know they be doing that now? They do a briefing now. They be like, okay, so here's the question I'm gonna ask. Be ready to answer it. I be like, yes, I know. Yes, I know how to answer it.
Briefings.
Yeah.
Like when you go to other places.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty dope.
It is. It's a good and it's a bad thing, I'm more of I like to be the natural, organic, I like it to be organic, because I never know what I'm going to say. So I like it that way. But, it's good to have a little briefing, now and then, because you can lie a little bit, you know what I'm saying? If you got to lie,
So you be capping.
Well, I be capping, boy. Meek Mill, boy. It's back. We back to capping, boy. 99.9%, boy. We back.
So okay, because that just took me to like a something as far as like asking questions before. Because you done a couple of interviews, right? Both of you have done a couple of interviews. Yeah. So how do you guys feel like when people go in, like how you said, like you would prefer somebody to do that, or you would?
Yeah, I'm in between. I mean, I would like it and I wouldn't, I would not be, because some of the places they'll ask you a question on, for example, like something that happened outside of Miami or somewhere else, and you wouldn't really know what's going on. Then you gotta check into it. And be like, okay, so example, like how you said, Offset, he dabble a lot on interviews. Like, we wouldn't know that if we don't watch his interviews. True. But you would bring that question up to me, and that would give me time to prepare to go check on and be like, okay, now I know what she's talking about. Now I can give my, my honest opinion on a situation or whatever. When you in the dark, you just be like, I don't know. I mean, would you as an interviewer like to me to just say, I don't know to everything? So it kind of takes away from the interview. If I'm saying I don't know, and it's like, damn, you don't know nothing.
Well, there's some people. Sorry, that was real, by the way. It wasn't like trying to throw.
It wasn't rehearsed. You see what I'm saying?
That was real. That was
some truth by the
yeah. No, see how? No, but I really had to clear my throat.
Let
like
me clear my throat.
There you go.
I'm talking about that.
I love that song.
Go ahead. Let's give
us
what you was gonna say.
Okay, so there have been people who do come on and they'll say that they don't know about something or they don't really have an answer to something. And to me, I don't really necessarily care about that because I'm also the type that like I'll just explain it to you. Like if you didn't, I'll be like, yo, I've been, and like with the whole Offset, like you knew now real quick why I said that because I also want it to be that you understand. Like if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. Like it's not your job to present it to the people because this is we're doing an interview, but I like it to be more of a conversation to where we're just vibing, to where we're just like talking shit. We talk about some stuff that's going on, like, and out there's some questions that I have that, I just want to ask, and then there's some that we just come up with as a group, and it's something that it just happens like organically, and that's just like how I like it. So for me to like come in here and like have like questions that I'm gonna ask you guys, like I probably won't remember that.
But like on a personal level, you know what I'm saying? Since we family here, I want to make sure this shit is right. Like this shit gonna be funny as fuck. Like it's gonna be like lit. Like
this shit is hilarious.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I like to have it like that. I don't want to be like I don't know again. Because it's just gonna take away from the vibe that we got. Like you get me. But I agree with you. What you're saying, I agree. But this personal, so I need this to be right. I need to make all us look good. Like it's only one way in Tdub, and look at them. Look at them. Look, damn, they look like they family. Like he don't know them like that. Man, they don't know them like that. They just pretending. It's just for the camera. Just for social media. No, it's not. Check the track history if she didn't delete all the pictures.
No.
Remember, she did she's recapping her whole Instagram, so we gotta
rebranding.
We gotta rebranding. She said, because of that. What? That stalker?
Yeah. She got a real stalker. Not a stalker. She got a stalker.
She got that DM ninja, like a Trojan.
It wasn't even DM. It was like straight to my like number phone. Like,
oh yeah.
Bro, you called me on FaceTime and I did not pick up. Like, and then I told him later. I was just like, yo, I just don't like FaceTime. Like, don't call me.
Yo. Like I said, Hav got me into the whole FaceTime
of course, my
thing.
Brother.
What? I be like, yo, how's you going? Yo, like, how are you doing? Like, I didn't mean hit me FaceTime. Like, and he always asks like this, yo. Yo, like, is this for real right now? I'm like, I'm gonna wait till the next call. Yeah. Yo! Like, what? Like, this dude is for real. But, again, FaceTime, I like that, though, because you can see how a person, if they real about what they saying or not. True. Like, that's really, like, I like that communication. I'm kind of complaining about it, but I'm not really mad about it. I like it, though, because I get to see him. he get to see me, and then we can see like when we talk what's
genuine.
real and what's not. I love it. Shout out to Hall for that, man. Tdub all the way out, man.
Shout out to my little big brother for FaceTiming everyone but me.
Oh, we ain't got nothing to do with that.
I could just like literally walk
and
FaceTime.
FaceTime them, you know.
Why you making it seem like I'm like the meanest person? I know I'm a Gemini, but
Oh, two sides to every story. Mind my business. She said she was Gemini. That's why it's the Ambition Hour and it's the AuDii 3K and then it's can I say the other name, the government name?
that's why what? That's why. You know what?
Don't hold on to it now.
Too many wives.
What's poppin'?
Man, Mr. Feel Good ain't feeling too good right now. So, what's good with you? It's just me and you right now.
I'm still here.
He not here.
Nothing, man. Shit, I'm about
You
to.
saying our relationship's real because we've been out a couple of times.
Yeah, I had to stop, man, because it's bad for my system, man.
Bruh, they be saying that relationship give you heartburn.
Yeah, it gave me heartburn a couple of times, because I had ate some chicken, but it wasn't chicken. And then see, nah, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story, dog. I'm gonna tell you about the chicken. That's another story.
I am appalled. What? He said I was eating chicken.
But after I ate the chicken, basically she fell in love.
But it wasn't chicken though.
He said she fell in love.
Yeah, cause the chicken. Yeah, I ate the cookie and it was good.
Wait, what's the cookie? Wait.
The cooking.
The cook. Oh my goodness, I'm lost. It ain't chicken, but it's chicken.
It wasn't chicken though.
It wasn't chicken.
No, it wasn't.
What was it?
It was cooking. Some good cooking.
It was something. Listen, my guy he's just not about it anymore. He said that relationships and him.
Yeah,
I feel you though.
They be trying to interfere with the shit, man. They want to come to your shows.
They want to come to your. They want to be supportive.
Nah, they want to come
and
and act stupid.
You don't want support.
They want to pop up like.
They want me to succeed.
They ain't talk to you in two.
How dare they want me to succeed and have somebody in the crowd.
I think they want him to succeed
and
but
take
he's
pictures
like,
and videos of you.
They want to come by you. They ain't talk to you in 2 months and stand right like they been there the whole time. They ain't talk to you in 2 months and bogart everybody else was talking to you.
But see, now that changes things because now you're talking about how they disappear on you for two. See, I don't like that. I don't appreciate when people go ghost on you for 2 months and then pop up on you like everything is good. Don't be ghosting on people and coming back and thinking that shit is gonna be all good.
Ain't no free drinks, baby.
even if the bar free.
No, I tell them about to charge her. Like what's we call it? What's my cat name? Future.
Future.
Did you see that? What he
rapper?
put? The Future, the rapper. He said no big girls allowed in the club.
That was cap.
Bro,
That was crazy.
No big girls allowed in the
can
club.
I say this?
Future was fucked up for that.
No, okay. So Future was fucked up for that.
Because I love
That's
me some
number
big
one.
girls.
He ain't lying. I second that.
Shout out to all the ladies out there, small and big. We love you all.
I love the small ones
Keep
too.
shining,
though.
queen.
I love the real small ones and the big ones. It's just a thing. I don't know.
So ladies,
To be small and big?
we gonna get it's funny because they be like, and then
No small and big. Either or.
small and big. That some of those damn. I don't wanna. Yeah.
Go ahead, touch that bass. Go ahead, I see it. You want to touch it.
No.
Like when nigga cool say you gotta be too something to do something, man.
Wait.
Hey, that makes sense, boy. Too something to do something, boy.
You guys are.
That's a whole other episode right
Yeah.
That
there.
is one of the episodes.
Hold up, like, I want her to touch this. I seen
What
something.
I was going to say was was the thing about Future, about him saying that about not having girls coming into the club, like big girls coming into the club. That's something that's not new. Like, I've been in a group of women that if there are more than one that are overweight, I being one of them, they were not letting us in there. Like, it didn't matter if we put the pretty girl in front of us. It didn't matter how many pretty girls we put in front of us, but it was just like, nah, y'all got girls in the group who, you know.
Where was this?
This was in South Beach.
Damn.
And that's not the first time that has happened. So me seeing that, I'm just like, yo, y'all really talking about this right now when homie's been doing it forever out here? Like, you can't, you can't, like, just walk into places and, like, just come in as you are, like, in some of these places, because all of these places, all they care about is how you look. They want the women that look like the Instagram model. They want the Instagram models in there. And if they don't have the ones that are popular, they at least want the women who look like those women. Who are dressing like them, who are acting like them, who are not dancing, who are just sitting around the... Like, and there's nothing wrong with that, because, shit, bitch, if I had the flat stomach that I should have, and the ass that I should have, I would be one of them too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. But I can't shame the women that do that, because I think that that's dope. Like, you get to be around, like, the bottles, and you get to, like, you know, be at the elite clubs in South Beach. Like, I think that that's dope. You know, I just can't be one of them. You know what I mean? And it's for my personal reasons. But before, when I was trying to get into those places, that was the case. That it was just like, you don't fit the part.
Yeah. It's also like they just trying to force it upon y'all. It's like they forcing it. It's like society is telling you, hey, listen, you got to go get it right, or you're not going to be able to fit in. And that's just how it works here, because I don't agree with it. I honestly don't agree with it. I don't. You should, like you say, you should always come as you are.
Throw up the anorexic. Yeah, go be anorexic. They forcing you to be anorexic. Right?
That's where a lot of women have body issues.
But they've been doing that though since magazines, Jet magazines, all that.
They've been like this whole. That's why now I'm so grateful for like people like Rihanna, and there's some other people that have clothing lines that are like even Fashion Nova and like all of these companies that are not paying me at all. Like they're focusing more on the women who are overweight and things like that, and then just making it an all inclusive thing. But before that wasn't the case. So that like Future thing, like I said, when I saw it, I was just like, y'all really gonna take Future down for that? When he got a whole nother baby mama.
That's just like basically like the issue in society is just like that's what they push on us, but that's not really how we need to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We not robots, and you can't program us to like whatever or do whatever you say, you know. That's again, you gotta have your own mind. You get me? You can't go on what you see on TV or go on what your friends like or whatever, you know, because you know, it's a lot of peer pressure, you get me? And you have people that do stuff or that want to do stuff like that, and it makes you feel like it puts you in the box. It makes you feel like, well, I'm the only one who hasn't done it yet, but guess what? You better than all of them. And I'm not saying that they are not good, but you better than them because you big enough to still stick to what you want to do. As you know, as yourself, you still the woman that you feel like you need to be and that you are, and that what makes you unique. You know, you sticking with who you are meant to be, not who you want to create yourself to be or what society wants you to be. You just unique. That's unique. That's not made. That's not created. That's not altered. You, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's also like not becoming like a slave to society.
A tool.
Yeah, a tool. Somebody that like just focuses on what the society is telling them to do and things like that. And I just feel like we need to like break those shackles, like literally mental shackles, because that's something that you also see like on social media. Like Captain was down, but also think about all the people that but think about but think about all the people that, you know, really make a living off of Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's basically what we seen when it went down. It was like everybody was going crazy, like
how
money.
am I gonna? For me, I was just like, yo, I can't promote the podcast, like, and it's just like, no, but it's out already.
Yeah, I mean,
it was just like, because for me, like, I was off of my personal Instagram, but I was ready to go to the Ambition Hour podcast. Like, that's what I was just like, all right, that's where I can focus myself more on, because I'm focusing more on the Shout out to everybody who follows us on Instagram, the Ambition Hour podcast Instagram. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are always commenting. You guys are always liking. You guys are always watching the story. You guys are engaging, answering all the questions that we have. I appreciate you guys so much that follow us and engage all the time. You guys make the page pop in. So I love to give more attention to the Ambition Hour podcast Instagram because of that reason. Because I fuck with y'all. Shout out to everybody on my personal page too. I love y'all.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, and these boys tell me something. I just want to say, make sure that you guys submit your freestyles. All you have to do to submit your freestyle, Feel Good submitted a freestyle already. And
yes,
we posted on the page.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
Freestyle
Ashton Martin
Fridays.
as well. Shout out to Ashton Martin and his project Solid. Hey, shout out to that little cool thing. And shout out to John Fifth and G Da Vinci, who just did the one recently. Hav just did one. Spitz. We've had a great amount of people who have been doing it, but we still want to hear yours. So all you have to do to submit your freestyle for our Freestyle Friday is use the hashtag Ambition Hour Freestyle and tag the Ambition Hour Podcast Instagram page. That way we can go ahead and see it. Once you use the hashtag, we'll be able to see it. We can post you on the page. You never know. You can be here chilling with me.
She cool as fuck. I want to chill with her.
Yes. Okay, so guys, tell me what's next.
Hey, listen. Well, I mean, again, if you have met me before, not everything is about me. So I'm not selfish. So y'all make sure what's next is Legend by Flyboy. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. April 13th, he gonna release it. We also got some other things that we working on to kick up, like a showcase or whatever, but we can't jump into that right now. We're just trying to finalize that, but that's pretty much where the focus is at. Not myself, it's the next artist in line, Flyboy, So, again, shout out to Tdub. Shout out to, the family, Tdub family. Shout out to D's with me, the ENT. It's only one way, Love, love, love. That's, pretty much what it is. Let's focus on self-love, and then after that, we can focus on loving the rest of the world. It's only one way.
It's only one way.
Well, your next project you just talked about.
Yeah, he told you. It's called Legend.
So, well, what's next for us here at Tdub is, like I said earlier, oh shit, let's hit the drum roll for this. We're going to be having Spitz in the building for episode 60 of the Ambition Hour podcast.
Yo.
We're going to be dropping a video for Friendzone next week, Saturday, with Mr. Feelgood. And we're going to be dropping La Vita at Bella on 3/23. So episode on all platforms. How is like going crazy in the back? Like it's all
he got me spinning. He like...
And I've listened to the project, and when I tell you guys, it is a banger. It is a banger. You guys know how we do here at Tdub Records. We try to give you guys the best projects possible that we make ourselves, that we put in our time, that I ain't even a rapper, I be in a studio. I just love the studio. Shout out to Dookie. Dookie is the one who mixed it, right?
Yes.
Dookie mixed the project. He's also featured on the Listen, there's a good amount of features on there that y'all have to listen to. I'm so excited. Yeah. Like I said, that project is dope. I'm really excited for it. And then also, just don't forget to check out the video that we dropped today. Video and song Bardom by Spitz, shot by Hav. It's awesome. Thank you guys again for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. It means a lot for you guys to be here.
So do.
Yeah.
We should do this again in the future. Maybe
99.
What?
99.
But yeah, we should do this in the future. Do this again. I'm excited to chill with you guys the rest of the day. You guys are gonna be performing and shit. So thank you guys again. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ambition Hour podcast here on Worth the Wait TV and radio. Shout out to everybody who listens to us, who watches us from all over the world. This is your girl. This is your girl, AuDii 3000. This is episode 59, and we out.
Legend, 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 legend.